Welcome to our mini clay landscapes. Today we're going to start building our landscape. First, you start off with a large ball of clay for the base of your landscape. It could really be any shape that you want, but you can just kind of go about it pressing it out. Right? If you want to make it more of a square, right, you have to pull it at the edges, right, and start making it more exact, right? But I just want mine to be a natural shape, so I'm just going to flatten it out like pizza dough in my hands, turning it around so that I make it even. See, and you can really make it about the size of your paper, about the general size of your paper. You don't want it to be too thin or else it's going to flop around and break. And I want to make mine, again, more natural shape. So I'm going to tug it out in some places, press it in others so that it looks like an organic shape since I'm doing more of a natural scene. So the first try I did was of a beach. I put things in the foreground, the middle ground, and the background, right? I put my little details. This one, I'm going to do more of a forest scene, zoomed in, and do a stream down the middle with some mushrooms, some rocks. I'm going to try to do a dragonfly, maybe a snail, or like a broken tree stump. These are just my preliminary ideas. It might not end up looking exactly like this. Let's move that over. All right, so there's a few techniques that you can use when you are making the details for your project. You need to think about size and you need to think about how heavy something's going to be. Right, so I'm going to build my mushrooms rolling into a ball first, the piece that I just pinched off, and I'm just going to roll it very gently on the table so that it forms, that's called a coil, even though it's a really tiny coil. That's what I want for my mushroom. So I'm going to stick that on. And whenever you're sticking it on, you really want to press it so that it stays and it sticks. And then for the top of my mushrooms, I'm going to create the miniest pinch pot. I just pinched off a piece. I'm going to roll it in my palms so that it gets decently round. I'm just going to stick my thumb in it just a little bit and turn it so that it is the tiniest little cup that you ever did see. Right, and then I'm going to flip it over right on top of my coil. And I just made a mushroom. Now, you can use those techniques for anything. You don't need to use them to make a mushroom. So, for example, let's see, I'm going to do the edges of my stream, and I'm going to do them kind of with a coil, long coil. So I'm going to roll this on the table. Notice how I'm rolling back and forth with my whole hand, all the way from my tips of my fingers to my palm. Right? I'm using my whole hand to roll it out.
Reminder, today's indoor lineup.
All right, that's morning announcements, obviously, and it's raining outside. And I'm then going to put this right in the middle and kind of show where my stream is going to be. And then I need another one on the other side. So you really are going to pick and choose what techniques you need to use for the different parts of your artwork. Again, you have to think about size and how heavy something's going to be. So I know that, right, this putting the coils for my stream really is going to be fine. There's no like heaviness to really think about because it's flat surface. But things like the mushroom, right, you have to think about how heavy is this top part based on the bottom part. Some of my trees and my little beach umbrella here fell to the side a little bit because it wasn't supported away. I still think it looks really nice, but I also don't want to make the same mistakes in my next one. Let's see, what else can I show you to make? I'm going to make my snail. Again, I'm going to use my coil technique of rolling this out. And then I'm going to roll it onto each other itself. Also, this artwork I did from farther away. This next one's going to be more up close, right? Like it's going to be like zoomed in landscape because my details are a little bit larger. I'm going to try to do a tree stump. Again, I'm just using these different techniques to try to figure out like what I want it to look like. Now for my tree stump, I could easily just smush a whole piece of clay down, but that's really wasteful. So what I'm going to do instead is make it hollow. So again, rolling it to almost make a secret pinch pot. I'm going to stick my thumb in and kind of press it down. I'm going to flatten it on the top by tapping it on the table. And then again, just adjusting it so it looks more like a tree stump and less like a pinch pot. But that's the technique I'm going to use so I don't waste my clay. I'm going to put at the edge here, maybe pinch, maybe draw some texture in here. We're going to paint these later. So think about all these things while you're making your artwork. I could go in and I could add more like smaller coils to show running water. I'm going to go in and add more mushrooms. I actually think I'm going to make a dragonfly. I'm going to try to stick it with a pipe cleaner on top. Let's see if this works. It might not. Let's see. I'm going to roll the ball for the head. Again, thinking about the size of things and how heavy they're going to be. And then I'm going to make this for the body. Maybe I'm going to make the wings out of something different. Maybe I'll put like tape or something. Where's my pipe cleaner? There it is. Cut off a little piece. We're going to see this is an experiment. I'll tell you how it goes later. I'm going to stick it in. Let's see. I'm going to put it flying right around here. I might actually have to put some Model Magic around it so that it stays. Again, I'm going to roll a mini coil. See, it's falling down. All right. I'm going to see how that looks later on. I'll get back to you on that. I'm going to keep going with my artwork and then show you the finished product. All right, I finished up my artwork. I added a few more rocks and pebbles, right? I have some more mushrooms, a big boulder, right? My dragonfly, and then, oh, I forgot details in my stream, but I'll do that later. All right, have a great time today. They're gonna look awesome.